You are listening to I Am Refocused Radio with your host, Shamaya Reed. This show is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. And now, here's your host, Shamaya Reed.
Hey, welcome to I Am Refocused Radio. We are here once again, and man, we have another amazing show lined up for y'all. We have the one and only Barry Fontenot, and he is on NBC The Voice. Coach Michael, man, first and foremost, how does it feel to be on the biggest stage in the nation right now?
It's nuts. It's still kind of surreal, honestly. I substitute teach over at this school called Dunbar here in Chicago, in my neighborhood, and I get kids walk up to me and say, "Hey, didn't I see you on TV?" Which is a whole wild. It's pretty good for a substitute, you know.
That, and you are known for having European martial arts, fencing, and all that stuff. So before we get into the music side of the show, is there anything with the European martial arts that kind of helps you have an advantage in what you do?
I think it teaches you a lot about sportsmanship and a lot about patience, for sure. Like just the experience of, I don't know, of working with so many people who are dedicating so much time to becoming great at the thing that they do. Honestly, I think it transfers from almost any sport directly over to something like The Voice. Like it teaches you to begin any of these kinds of events, like any round of the show. Like it starts, I suppose, with a sense of deep respect for your opponent.
I love that. When you think about how music plays a heavy role in culture, you are also known for being inspired by Motown. You even have a Motown-inspired band. So for you having this deeply connected to culture and all that, how do you see your sound help you just translate what you want to do for your sound and transfer that to the listening audience and for those who are watching on TV?
I think culture is a really good word for it. Like, I think there's a level on which people, I think maybe modern society alienates people from themselves and from the people around them. And I think soul music and Motown in general are they're kind of, you know, like the root of those genres is like a sort of soul deep shout, a demand for connection. It's like it refuses to be ignored. It's a desire to bring other people together and to engage with the world as one. And I think Motown represents that not only in its themes, but also just in its sound. I think there's something deep and primal to it that kind of, I don't know, it encourages people to just get up and dance with each other.
Once again, we're talking to the one and only Barry Fontenot, and let's talk about Michael, your coach. Here's the thing, man. I have to ask you, when you had the opportunity to work one-on-one with him, what was that experience like, understanding that this guy knows what he's talking about?
It was nuts, man. Like Michael Bublé is just he's one of the best singers out there doing it right now. And it was a privilege to get to work with the man. Like, it's like, okay, so I'm on Team Bublé. I get to sing his song to him, and he gets to, like, there's no better version of receiving notes from somebody you admire than kind of getting coached directly on a piece of their music, because they know exactly how it ought to sound. And they're giving you like, and he has such a technical command of the voice. You know, he's mentioning parts of the voice box in terms of like a specific note that you're supposed to hit. Like, you have to sort of open up your epiglottis if you want to get this note. And I'm like, hold on, it's a little too technical for me there, Michael, but we worked through it, and it was really incredible.
Let's kind of talk about being in the moment on the show, because as we know, when you're in that moment, you remember what the coach has said to you, and this the practice opportunity for you to kind of polish up the points and areas in the songs. What is the one thing you try to do right before you get on that stage just to stay locked in the moment?
Well, so I have kind of two rituals. Before I do a show, or before I sing in general, I think, so I will usually warm up with a song that I guess centers me in my desire to be a musician, which is like a specific record by Sam Cooke, a specific song by Sam Cooke. He does a medley of Try a Little Tenderness, You Send Me and I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. And I basically just sing that every time before I go on stage to psych myself up, just get myself into that headspace. Because like during that performance, he's cycling through songs, the notes are high, the vibes are good, and he's just in complete control. Like the audience loves him. He has a rapport with them and he feels at ease on stage. And that's the energy that I want to be in. And then my second ritual is just to breathe deeply in and then breathe deeply out and remind myself that this isn't about being quizzed. It's not about being perfect. It's about creating a good time for yourself and for the audience.
When you think about your friends and your family's support system and how they're seeing you on TV now, I mean, how is the whole city going? Because I know they gotta be super pumped and just excited for you, not just to be on TV, but to live out your dream.
Absolutely. The family has been incredibly supportive. I've been getting calls from people for a month now or so. Like it's just been incredible. I've been reaching out to people that I haven't seen in a long time, reestablishing my connections with just everybody around me. I think the pandemic in particular it brought us all inward. It kind of isolated us. But I think this was an opportunity that created, created a spark that let me reestablish my connections with so many people that I thought I'd lost.
One last quick question for you, Barry, is when you understand that, man, at this point in the show, if you're still on, that means, man, you have a chance. How do you stay just focused, locked in on the opportunity, learning everything you can from Michael and taking everything in the moment and to deliver the best thing you can in the possible way?
It reminds me, I think, of something my mom told me when I got started. She basically said that, it's like there's no way that this isn't going to be a good experience. You go out there, you get tutored by Michael Bublé, you get to meet a bunch of incredible musicians from around the world. There's no way it doesn't end up being a good experience. But the way you make it the best experience is by letting yourself inhabit the journey. Don't think about it in terms of winning, like you have to win in order for it to be good, or it has to turn into something else in order for it to be meaningful. You have to let yourself live inside of each of the moments. So I think being grounded just in the timing and in just a sense of humility and a sense of respect for everybody else who's involved, I think is really important to kind of keeping your head on straight while this whole thing goes down.
Once again, we've been having privilege talking to Barry Fontenot, all about NBC, The Voice. You got to watch, and you got to watch him because you have a very bright future, man. Like always, I want to say to you, man, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.